Good afternoon. Woo, that's a hot mic. There we go. My name is Scott McMinn, and on behalf of the Trojan Army Board, I would like to welcome you to our annual Morristown West Hall of Fame induction ceremony. The Morristown West High School Trojan Army is a nonprofit organization directed by a board of community leaders and alumni. The Trojan Army is advised by the school administration and faculty members and functions as a liaison between the community and Morristown West. If you are currently serving on the Trojan Army Board and are in attendance today, please stand to be recognized. Thank you. The Trojan Army's method is to connect and engage alumni and the community around West High and give them the opportunity to be informed and to support the current student body, both academically and athletically. The purposes and goals of the Trojan Army are to promote school spirit, loyalty, fellowship among alumni, students, faculty, and staff of Morristown West, to make possible cutting-edge and innovative programs for all Morristown West students, to integrate technology and academic excellence into all areas of curriculum, to provide a source of historical information about Morristown West High School, and for the purpose of why we are here today, to establish and maintain a Hall of Fame dedicated to promoting the heritage of excellence at Morristown West. The Morristown West Hall of Fame Committee works within the Trojan Army to honor former Trojans based on their impact on the school and the community and what they have achieved since their time at West. If you are a past inductee of the Morristown West Hall of Fame and are in attendance today, please stand and be recognized. Today's inductees, who are joining us on stage, were nominated by individuals in the community and then selected from votes from the current Trojan Army Board and past Hall of Fame inductees. Morristown Hamblin High School West has selected 3 distinguished alumni, who over the next few minutes will officially join the ranks of the Trojan Army Hall of Fame. Following today's ceremony, their pictures will forever be hung in the walls of West High School to serve as a reminder that this campus is truly where champions are made. And so now I will step out of the way, and I want to bring to the podium a 1976 graduate of Morristown West High School and a 2014 inductee of the Hall of Fame, our Master of Ceremonies today, the Honorable Judge Thomas R. Skip Frierson II.
Good afternoon. I am Skip Frierson, and it is a distinct privilege and pleasure for me to be here today and to participate in this Morristown Hamblin High School West Hall of Fame ceremony. It is great to be back among the Trojan Nation. And on behalf of all of the graduates of West High, please allow me to congratulate each of our honorees and their families here today. Thank you for your leadership, for being an inspiration to all of our students, and for being a shining star of excellence for our community. And now the presentation of inductees. Monica C. Footnoxon was named Executive Director of the Metropolitan Nashville Sports Authority in 2015, which is the owner-landlord of Nashville's professional sports venues, Bridgestone Arena, home of the Nashville Predators, Geodis Park, home of the Nashville Soccer Club, First Horizon Park, home of the Nashville Sounds, Ford Ice Center, Nashville Predators practice facility, and Nissan Stadium, home of the Tennessee Titans. Monica is a graduate of Morristown West High School, 1994, and Carson Newman University, 1998. Upon completing her bachelor's degree, she was awarded graduate fellowships from the NCAA and the University of Tennessee, Knoxville, where she received an MS in Education and Human Performance and Sports Studies, with a concentration in sports management. Monica served in the administration of former Nashville Mayor Bill Purcell. As a former teacher, she has worked with athletes and coaches in schools and with the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Monica has served as speaker, presenter, panelist for the convention, sports and entertainment facilities conferences, the NCAA Black Woman of Sports Foundation Roundtable, and the University of Tennessee's Partners in Sports Management Conference. She is a member of the Nashville Sports Council's Board of Directors. Monica was a co-chair of the organizing committee for the 2018 SEC Women's Basketball Tournament. She served on the local board of advisors for IndyCar's Music City Grand Prix and the 2022 U.S. Figure Skating Championships in Nashville. Monica is a graduate of Leadership Nashville in 2018 and was a member of the 2018 Young American Leaders Program at Harvard Business School. She serves on the board of directors for St. Luke's Community House, and in 2022 she received the Alan Morgan Award, one of Carson Newman University Athletics Distinguished Service Awards. Monica and her husband Byron have 3 children. Please join me in honoring Monica C. Fugdotson.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you to the Trojan Army Committee and the other Hall of Fame members who are here. Thank you to Mr. Kinsler. This really is a great honor, and I'm very humbled by it. I also want to thank my family, because I think we all know that any success that we receive in life is not doesn't happen on our own. So I just want to thank you for being here as well. I was thinking about my time at West, and it reminded me of this old program that used to come on TV, and I think it was maybe a segment that was part of like 60 Minutes or something like that, but it was called Everybody Has a Story. And so what would happen was the producers would put a map of the United States like up on a board, and the host, they would blindfold him, and then he would throw a dart at the map. And then wherever it landed, he would go there. He'd either fly there or he would hop in the car and he'd drive there. And this is how you know it's old, because once he got there, he got into a phone booth and got a phone book, and he would just kind of flip it open to a random page and point his finger there. And then he would call whoever was there and would ask if he and the crew could come up and share, would they share their story with him. And so it was always interesting, because sometimes the stories were really amazing, sometimes they were very tragic, but they were never boring. And so all of us have a story. Mine is much more developed than yours, as I'm talking to the class of 25. But we share in our story in that we both were here at Morristown West. We share with Mr. Kinsler as part of our story. I played volleyball and tennis, and Coach Bolin was part of my story, and I know part of the stories of some other people in this room. And so the one thing that I have learned is that a lot of times we know less about each other's story than we think. We make assumptions about the story, and your story and my story. And life is tough, and nobody's story is perfect, and some of you, things have, it's been pretty good. And some of you, again, class of 25, some of you've dealt with some stuff, and life has not always been easy. Don't make the mistake of judging a book by its cover, right? Recognize that everybody has a story. So treat each other with grace and dignity. I mean, this is the final year. Enjoy your time together, deepen your relationships with each other. Everybody has a story, and you all will always and forever be part of each other's. So thank you for this honor. I'm really, really humbled to be here, and thank you.
Brian Markham graduated from Morristown Hamlin High School West in 1987. And after graduation, he entered the Marine Corps and was stationed at 29 Palms, California. After leaving the military, he returned to Morristown. Brian was a non-traditional college student who, in his early 30s, decided teaching history was his calling. He graduated cum laude from Walter State Community College with an AS in 2005 and graduated with his BA from Tusculum College in 2007. Brian taught at Meadowview Middle School for 9 years. He coached football, track, and wrestling there. On the other hand, teaching at Morristown West was always his dream job. He was thrilled when he got the opportunity to move there in 2016. Even though he didn't coach at West, he held true to the statement, "Once a Trojan, always a Trojan." He volunteered to film all the football games starting in 2008. Before he ever worked there, he and his wife, Rebecca, were still doing so until 2022. The sudden loss of Brian, who had just begun his 15th year in the school system, was a profound shock to the entire Morristown community. His legacy, however, continues to resonate in the lives of his family and all who had the privilege of knowing him. After his death, his family started a memorial scholarship in his name to assist a West High School senior wanting to pursue an education degree. Brian's calling was teaching, and he loved what he did. What better way to help his legacy live on than to invest in future teachers' lives? Despite Brian's many successes as an educator, his most significant accomplishments were his love for the Lord, his family, and his friends. He was known for building positive relationships and his unwavering commitment to learners and athletes. Brian's students, colleagues, friends in the community, and family will never forget his passion for teaching and his dedication to all those around him. And this afternoon, accepting this award on behalf of Brian Markham is his wife, Rebecca. Please join me in honoring Brian Markham.
Good afternoon. My name is Rebecca Markham, and I am Brian Markham's wife. I'm humbled and honored to be here today to accept this award on his behalf. Brian loved what he did, and being part of the Trojan Nation family was such an honor to him. You've heard a little about Brian, what he did when he graduated, where he went. What I didn't write in there, we have 3 grown boys who all attended West High School, as did I. And we have now 3 daughter-in-laws and 4 grandchildren. So we've grown a lot. He not only taught history to every student that came through the door, he also taught them life lessons. He encouraged them and listened to them. Freshman year is such a pivotal time during high school, and he knew that he had an influence on how their high school careers started. Brian loved teaching history by storytelling. He knew that not everyone loved the subject. So to help them remember key events, he told stories and made them relatable to today. Any way to get the students excited about history and to more accurately recall facts when needed. He looked for potential in his students and encouraged them to do better every day. He wanted them to know that someone cared about them. He encouraged them to go after their dreams, to not allow people to tell them they couldn't accomplish something. He shared nuggets with them like no excuses, or it's never too late to do the next best thing, or don't give up. He knew that sometimes one word of encouragement was all that was needed to redirect and refocus. I'm not up on all the high school lingo these days without him being here to tell me what it is, but if ever there was a hype man, it was him. Always trying to lift up those around him, he wanted you to walk away from an encounter with him with a smile. He shared life lessons. He listened to students talk about their problems and their home life. He truly cared about those who came through his classroom or who he saw during the course of the day. He encouraged his students to be careful who they surrounded themselves with because friends influence you. And that would be part of my advice today. Surround yourself with good people. Not only did he care about those he taught, but he also cared about his coworkers. And I can assure you that he was forever touched by the people who worked with him here. You were truly his family. Although my family, this community, and the Trojan Nation lost a great man 2 years ago, in true Trojan Nation fashion, he has not been forgotten. The Beta Club did a presentation in Brian's honor the year he died. It was entitled Markham's Mark, and their shirt said, "Remember his mark and make it permanent." Trojan Army, West High School, and community, you have done just that. Thank you so much for this honor. And seniors, I will leave you with this. Love God, love people, never stop learning, never give up. What mark will you leave? Thank you.
Matt Spencer graduated from Morristown West High School in 2004. He distinguished himself as a high achiever, both academically and athletically, consistently appearing on education honor rolls and state and national all-star teams for sports performances. Matt played varsity basketball for 3 years, earning all-conference and all-tournament recognition. However, his baseball successes earned him his highest honors.
After school, all cheerleaders need to report to Ms. Phillips' classroom. All cheerleaders, please report to Ms. Phillips' classroom after school.
His baseball successes earned him his highest honors. A four-year starter for Morristown West Trojan baseball, Matt was named All-State 3 times and earned All-American honors as a senior in 2004. He played in the nationally televised All-American game, and the Boston Red Sox drafted Matt shortly thereafter. Instead of playing professional baseball, Matt accepted a baseball scholarship from the University of North Carolina, where he played from 2005 to 2006. He played a prominent role in the 2006 College World Series title games. In 2007, Spencer transferred to Arizona State University, where he was a two-way player, hitting .369 and pitching in relief. He was National Hitter of the Week 3 times and appeared in the College World Series for a second time with ASU. The Philadelphia Phillies chose Matt in the 3rd round of the 2007 Major League Draft. He spent the next 7 years in professional baseball, playing for the Phillies, Athletics, and the Cubs. He hit 75 home runs, accumulated a batting average of .271 and led his teams to 3 league championships. Matt reached the AAA level with the Chicago Cubs in 2012. After his professional baseball career concluded, Matt returned to the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, completed his undergraduate degree, and served as an assistant coach for the Tar Heels. And as of 2024, Matt resides in Harrisburg, North Carolina, with his wife Liz and their 3 sons, Bo, Nash, and Knox. Today, he works as a cybersecurity engineer. Please join me in honoring Matt Spencer.
Well, Trojan Army, I'm humbled and honored for this opportunity and this recognition of my time here at West and thereafter. You'll have to excuse me a little bit. I'm a bit of a crier. It's hard for me to think about my time here without being grateful. And when thinking about what I was going to say, is the one word would be grateful for my time here and the people here at Morristown West. Countless coaches. I've seen a couple today. I see Coach Morgan in the back. Saw Coach Noble, Coach Hahn, Coach Stansberry with baseball, basketball time. Coach Stan Ballard. He was only here for 2 years and passed away with mouth cancer, but he gave it his all, and Coach Noble was there with him. Just so many stories of people that cared about me when I was here and wanted me to succeed and wanted me to be the best that I could be. You know, sometimes being a teacher or a coach isn't the most prominent role or, you know, get paid the most money or whatever, but my time here, I felt safe, I felt comfortable, I felt like everybody here wanted me to do my best and they cared about me. And those teachers really stood out in my mind, and there's stories that I think about teachers kind of pouring their heart out to me and just really giving their all to make me better, whether it be academically or athletically. So I'm really grateful for them. Mr. Kinsler, he used to give me a hard time about playing ball. He used to say, Matt, hitting that little white ball around ain't gonna pay the bills. You're gonna have to learn how to do algebra. And I used to tell him, I'm like, well, I don't know about that. I'm pretty good. You know, you got to come out and watch me play. But he said that in all reality because the statistics show it ain't going to last, right? Nothing's going to last. Play professional baseball. You got to have something afterwards. And he was right. I was right too. But I appreciate the thought and the care. He cared about me. He wanted me to succeed. He wanted me to go on to do bigger and better things, and that helped me in college and all that. Miss Walker, my English teacher, my senior year, she one day she said, Matt, you seem to sigh a lot. You know, is something on your mind? You know, and I was just, you know, I was carefree. You know, I was a senior. I was getting out early and playing ball and having fun. But, you know, she thought maybe something was wrong. And she asked me, you know, hey, is there something I can help you with? And that always touched me just because, you know, she wanted to help. You know, I'm sure there was other students that she did help that had something going on. You know, I was blessed. I didn't have anything going on. Life was going pretty good. So that was, but that stood out in my mind. But it seemed like those teachers that cared, they make an impact. And so for the teachers and those in the room, you know, I appreciate that. I want to thank all of y'all for that. You make a difference whether you know it or not. I kind of skipped a part. First thing I should always do is be grateful to God for all the things He did for me. Obviously, He blessed me physically. I'm 6'5", high school kid playing baseball and basketball. Should have played football. Don D. Woods couldn't get me on the field. Mom had a little bit too tight of a grip. She wouldn't let me get out there and play. But God blessed me with a wonderful family and physical skills, and I couldn't do anything without Him and what He did for me and give me the support system of my family right here, I want to tell them I appreciate it. All they did for me. I'm sure there were many prayers and countless nights where they, were worried about me being off and playing ball and doing things and growing up. It's an honor, a blessing for them to be here, and I appreciate everybody coming out. But you can't do anything without the support of that, and family's the most important thing. And I see my 3 boys right here, and I can't help but be grateful of all the things God's given me with my family and the support system I had. That means everything to me. After baseball's over and sports are over and, you're starting a job, all that's left is family. And so I'm so grateful and thank God for that. Sometimes I wasn't so grateful when we were playing basketball in my driveway with my cousins. And I'm the youngest one by about 4 to 8 years with cousins, and come out bleeding and crying. But it toughened me up and gave me that resiliency to keep going and just do my best and get better and compete in everything that I did. So thank y'all. I appreciate y'all coming out, and thank you for the Trojan Army. Seniors, I would just say, be grateful in all that you do. The Bible says, don't be anxious in anything, be not careful for anything, but be grateful to God for all that. And science has shown that you can't be anxious and grateful at the same time. So even when things are tough, things are going bad, just be grateful for what you do have. Be grateful that you can live another day. Be grateful that you can come back to do that hard job or your classwork and live to fight another day, and just keep working and do the best you can. Thank you, Mom. Best thing my mom ever did was raise me in church. Got saved at a young age, lived a good Christian life. I didn't go down the bad roads of drugs or anything like that. Thank you, Gary. It's hard to raise a kid like me, stubborn and proud and know-it-all. And I appreciate you. It takes a real man to raise another man's kid, and he couldn't have done it better. Couldn't have done it better. I appreciate everything you did. I love y'all. I appreciate everything. Thank you for this honor. Go Trojans.
Good afternoon. On behalf of the administrative team of West High, I want to offer our sincere appreciation to each of you for participating in one of our greatest traditions here in the Trojan Nation. If you would indulge me for just a few minutes, I would like to take this opportunity to offer my personal thanks to several people. First, I want to thank Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Arnie Bunch, and the Hamlin County Board of Education for the continued support of our educational program. Mr. Bunch couldn't be with us today, but in his stead, we have Assistant Director, Mr. Buddy Smith. If you'd please rise and be recognized. We also have several board members here with us today. Would you please stand and be recognized? Mrs. Carolyn Clausen, Mr. Bradley Harville, Mr. Clyde Kinder, and Mr. Rob Workman. Secondly, thank you so much to the Hall of Fame Committee and its chair, Mr. John Sills, for supporting this event. This marks our 15th year of recognizing deserving candidates for their exemplary accomplishments, and this committee, along with its parent body, the Trojan Army, has played a central role in making this possible through its generous financial support. It's extremely important to me personally that I note that the contribution of this group is not merely a financial one. This committee, made up of men and women from our community, volunteer countless hours of their own time to guarantee that this process of identifying and honoring our inductees is a positive one. This also seems like an important time to acknowledge the entire Trojan Army for its loyal support to the Trojan Nation. Over the years, this group has faithfully supported our graduates with thousands of dollars in scholarship opportunities, allowed us to send student representatives to several state competitions, supported several school-wide initiatives, reinforced our Project Promise 2020 program, supported our school involvement and attendance initiatives, offered continual support for our food and clothing initiative, Room 440, and supplements admission to home sporting events, making us one of the few public schools in the state who can offer free admission to all home sporting events to our entire student body. Additionally, this group serves as an advisory board as we seek to collaboratively build and to maintain a culture of continual improvement at West High School. All of this is done not for public notoriety for the individuals who make up the organization or for the collective group, but rather to share in our primary goal of eliminating barriers for all students. I want to thank the executive board that's here today and those that aren't. You are more than just supporters of this school, more than just advisors. I find it very humbling and honored to count you guys for the past 15 years as personal friends, so thank you. Next, I would like to personally thank the Honorable Judge Thomas Skip Frierson for volunteering his service as Master of Ceremonies again this afternoon. He has faithfully served in this role for 14 of the 15 years, pausing only the year when he himself was honored. Thank you, Judge Frierson. Next, I would like to extend my personal gratitude to this year's Hall of Fame inductees and to their families and friends present here today. Your accomplishments are so amazing and varied, and we proudly recognize and claim you as members of the Trojan Nation. We have a banner displayed in the entryway of the school that serves as a proclamation of our motto to all who enter her halls. That banner reads, "Trojan Nation, where champions are made." And it is the culminating statement of our full shared vision, Morristown West, where every teacher cares, where every student succeeds, where champions are made. I think it's safe to say that each of you serves as concrete evidence to the truthfulness of that motto. I'm particularly proud to claim a personal relationship with all three of this year's inductees, two of whom carry the official title of Kinsler Kids, the group of students who I personally taught and who were reminded every day that they had a responsibility to use their talents to serve others, and the other who worked tirelessly to carry on this tradition that he personally modeled in his time here on earth with us. I'm also proud that all three of this year's honorees are alumni of West High School, so I know that you share a deep love for this very special place. Each of your pictures will be displayed in our front hallway, and as we move to the reception following this ceremony, you'll walk by those plaques so that you and your family members can enjoy seeing your prominent place of honor. We hope you have the time to walk through the school while you're here. We've made a lot of changes over the past years, but we hope you'll find that at least one thing remains constant. We remain steadfastly committed to a program of excellence. While obviously our newest inductees have taken center stage today, and we certainly hope that you have felt the honor that we have attempted to bestow upon you, there's a final group that I feel compelled to address. West High seniors, I hope it's not been lost that this ceremony was ultimately for you. On the opening day of school, I discussed with you the idea and the ideal of making the most of the opportunities that we would try to provide, and that while each of us are faced with very real facts, that we would strive to help you to never allow those facts to become excuses. Our goal here today was to provide you with real and tangible evidence of what can and will happen when you avail yourselves of the opportunities you are provided and turn them into successful realities. As humans, none of these inductees were granted a birthright of a life void of their own individual facts. They stand as role models of what happens when one refuses to allow these facts to become obstacles. Perhaps more important than a litany of individual accomplishments amassed by this year's inductees is that each has pursued avenues that have afforded them the opportunity to serve others. Each in his or her own way has displayed an unwavering dedication to helping his fellow man. It's my sincere hope that this selfless commitment to others is a trait that is continually cultivated within the Trojan Nation. So I once again challenge you that at tonight's game, as you interlock arms and sway as you proudly sing our alma mater, be mindful that the words are not hollow, nor is the act merely a Friday night ritual for us. The inductees here today have shown us what it truly means to honor the white and crimson banner without fail. Thank you all.